And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment. With me, your host, Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode of Gotham Season 5, Episode 10. We're almost done, folks. We're coming down to the wire. 2 more episodes to go after this one. And tonight we got introduced to a new villain. Well, not really a new villain, but more of a villain that we all seen and love. Bane. We got Bane, and we finally got to meet the mysterious woman who Jim's been talking to through the radio throughout the whole time, which is no surprise who she was going to end up being, but a little surprise for me because I figured, she's so, enriched with the Batman lore. You figure it would be her, but it was really the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, and you figure it would be Talia al Ghul, but nope. It was Nyssa al Ghul. That's right, Nyssa al Ghul has been cast in Gotham, a different version. Still like the version better from Arrow, obviously. But, wow, very different, very different. And we got to see Bane. He was big. I liked it a lot. Do I like him better than Tom Hardy? I don't know. Hard to say. I have to watch it again. But voice-wise, pure perfect. I thought the voice was great. I was able to hear him better. It was great. So at this point, now we know a couple of months have passed by. Barbara is literally at the point of giving birth at any minute now. Ed and Oswald Cobblepot, they literally finished making the submarine that they were going to use to get the heck out of Gotham. And of course, the military shows up to basically welcome Gotham back as a city alongside the United States. Remember, it's been shut down for so long, and they weren't sure if it was coast is clear because of the whole Jeremiah thing. But he's so caught in a coma. He'll probably wake up in the very last episode, or the next week's episode. Well, not next week's episode, but the next episode at the end. So that way it can set up the final episode as him as the Joker. But so like I said, so Bane is now working for Nyssa al Ghul, who wants revenge on not only Bruce Wayne, but Barbara King as well. Because remember, Barbara King and Bruce were the ones who stabbed and got rid of Ra's al Ghul for good. So we think, which he'll probably end up coming back eventually. So, obviously, worst timing ever. Barbara's going into the middle of labor. Jim gets taken with Bruce and, of course, one of the generals. They all get taken by Nyssa, even before they even knew who she was. And, yeah, this episode was pretty cool. It's like, listen, we're expecting that the next week's episode, Barbara dies. Now, the way she's going to die, I have an idea how she's going to die. She's going to end up sacrificing herself for Lee. Because before we got to see the ending of the episode where we saw the military order a strike on Gotham, Barbara went and Lee with the baby, which by the way is a girl. They went to the Sirens, club. A lot of people dead, and then Nyssa was there waiting to see Barbara. Now, we all know from the comic book world that Jim Gordon's daughter is Commissioner Gordon's daughter is Barbara Gordon, aka Oracle, aka Batgirl. Now, for all we know, Barbara does survive. We don't know. Maybe they change the name and make her name something else. But it's like 85% sure, maybe 90% sure she's gonna die, so that way Lee can take Barbara's name and give it to the baby, so that way Barbara's name can live on. I feel like Barbara will sacrifice herself to protect Lee, to show her, like, listen, I'm sorry for everything what happened. They kind of patched things up because she only wanted Lee to be her nurse, her doctor, pretty much everything. She didn't trust anybody else. She only wanted Lee, so they finally patched things up a little bit. So I think that when Barbara does die, she'll sacrifice herself to protect Lee, so that way she and Jim can, take care of the baby, and then she'll give her Barbara's name and set in her path to become Batgirl. And now we gotta wait 4 weeks, but it's gonna be very interesting seeing what happens because we have 2 episodes left. And oh, by the way, Alfred got his back broken, so that was pretty cool. So he's out for the count. Not in the traditional Bane broken way. He basically picked him up and put him to like a pipe bashes back to a pipe, kind of copying the way Bane in the comics and the other movies, how he breaks Batman's back with his knee. So that was pretty cool. Selena was also knocked out. So yeah, Bane was a pretty big dude. Ed and Cop Oswald ended up leaving because, you know how they are. They just want to get the hell out of Gotham. But knowing them, they're going to end up staying anyway for the next episode. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. And stay tuned for more. Thank you very much and have a good night.